Greetings, and welcome to the Charles Darwin channel, StanEvolve. Well, it's the weekend, and now I finally have time to watch some of the videos on this channel. I might even do some binge watching. You see, there's quite a few videos to choose from on this channel. There's more of them than any of you newcomers might have even had time to look at. But I suggest that you look at some of them. You can find videos on just about every aspect of evolutionary science on this channel in bite-sized pieces. Well, for instance, there's videos about fossils. Now, there are some famous fossil deposits that you may never have been to, that you may never have a chance to go to, but Charles Darwin went there and he reports from the scene. For instance, the mass animal grave in Nebraska, the Great Unconformity in South Dakota. And he has several videos about the dinosaur footprints in the Paluxy River of Texas that he made with Glenn Kuban. And then the fossils in Idaho, which aren't really fossils but are actually preserved leaves from 15 million years ago. The petrified forest in Arizona, and then he even tosses a boulder of diatomaceous earth. And so you can find out all about fossils that you want to on that channel. What? Oh, that's really funny. Oh, that's really funny. Okay, anyway. And then, what about the process of natural selection? Well, he has videos about those too. He uses cats as an example of natural selection. He uses sushi as an example of symbiogenesis. And he points out that what you don't know about evolution can kill you. That is, the evolution of antibiotic resistance. There's one in which he runs around in the greenhouse. And he does that to show that evolution can go, what appears to us, backwards just as easily as it can go forward. And then there's one in which he's playing backgammon. And this brings up the possibility, though there's no evidence for it, that Charles Darwin learned or figured out his views of evolution by playing backgammon with his wife, Emma. And then he also has one about punctuated equilibrium, or punk-eq. He also has some about cultural evolution. He has one about the evolution of languages, using Okie talk as an example. Darwin speaks Okie. And then there's another one about cats and empathy. Oh, that makes, I hadn't thought about that. That's a very deep thought on there. Anyway, he also has some about the evolution of life. There's one of them in which he cooks up some life, the origin of life, of course, in his backyard. And there's another one in which he goes over the entire history of evolution with a rap. Rapa Nui Darwin, don't miss that one. And then there's one in which he talks about Richard Wrangham's theory of the origin of human intelligence as a result of cooking. Barbecue with Wranglin' Rich. You don't want to miss that. And then he has some about, inevitably, about creationism. He has two zombie videos about creationism. He has one about the ghost of Oral Roberts. He has one in which he stands beside a church sign and asks, does God really hate Darwin? He has one about Mrs. Pless, the Australopithecine, trying to get onto the Ark. And he has one about how did all the animals fit onto the Ark? The Ark of Noah must have been a TARDIS. And so those are just some of the videos that you can see on this channel, almost every aspect of evolutionary science in bite-sized pieces.